Seattle, we just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the Seattle Seahawks. Ready to get us started, the Aussie punter and kickoff man, Michael Dixon. And off we go from Seattle. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, set them up, boys. 56, check 56. Let's go.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Cunningham. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Watch the safety.
Cunningham to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready. 60 yard. Hey, wahoo. Clear. Key to tight end. 4 there. Alert. So nice number one. We ain't giving up nothing today. Here we go. They go.
They'll wait to throw on second. And the catch made by Johnson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
Shift this side. We got three. You draw perfect. Watch the screen. Hey, orbit. So Mike's number one. Get it.
Now Elway on first down. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll try the left side. Jefferson. 4 yards, the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Ready, set. Greystone, Travis. Jam. Hit it.
Right back to him on first down. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On, 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
I don't even know why this team 22-jet bomber, 22-jet bomber. 10, 5.
Now it's Elway. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Past the 20. It's a big play there for Seattle. 46 yards. So close. Couldn't get all the way in, knocking on the doorstep down to the 1. Nevertheless, fantastic run.
Not only that, this is where you wave to your replacement, go back to the bench. No way. I'm not coming out of this game. I got it down to the 1-yard line. I wanted to carry it in.
We'll see if they... And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Nice job of polishing off that drive, and all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 23-yard line.
Mark 56. It's our time. It's our time. It's our time. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Out of the gun here, it's Cunningham. Johnson's got it complete. 6 yards on the pickup, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. And it's 3rd down.
To throw on 3rd down, Cunningham. And the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
Fielded just inside the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
Hey, Haywood. Now.
From the shotgun, Elway. He finds his man Johnson. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, 1st down Seahawks. They'll run on 1st down. Jefferson, he's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there with his his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this. Game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead.
Here we go.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Redskins nothing.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Cunningham. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Troy Apke. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd down, here's Cunningham. Buying time, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
The Redskins on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 14. Here's Cunningham from the gun. He may try and run for this. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you've got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Elway. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
Hey, Delta. Check mine. Watch 55. Check. 55 is mine, guy, 55. Who hit it?
Out of the gun, Elway. Man open, that's Juwan Winfrey. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks.
Ready up.
First and 10 at the 45-yard
Pilot, 64, weak. 5.
On 1st and 10, Elway. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check. Ready.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
218, chopper. 36. 5. Mike, it's our field. Go. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. So Mike's number one. Hey, seam 6.
Now Elway to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Rep 6-6, pull it high. Check 49. Deuce. Check 24.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
2 minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. They go play action here on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Elway. He gets this one to Johnson. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. The Redskins on 3rd down, putting an extra man here in the secondary. Here's Elway. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 3 on the gain there, 2nd and goal.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Let's go. 8, read.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Now.
Stand open.
Shift. Let's go.
On 2nd down now, Jefferson. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So on 4th down, Pete Carroll's going to call out his field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And this one is right through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. That will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny. We had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator. And what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. The first half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Check, nickel.
From the gun, a run for Johnson. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Off the draw, here's Johnson. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. Now Johnson. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Just a gain of a yard in what all likelihood will be the final play of the first half. The final shot before break. Cunningham escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Let's go now.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
55 is my guy, 55.
Shoot.
On second down, Elway. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Joker.
Hey, lock it. Ready?
On first down, Elway. It's complete to Lockett. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Ready.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Check 15, check.
They'll try the left side. Jefferson. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Taken down at the 41.
He's checking
A
credit.
gain of a yard. Brings up
Two-jet
third
bomber.
and
Two-jet
5.
bomber. Hey. High 7.
So Mike's number one.
Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now.
Here's Elway to throw. Finds his target. It's Gates. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D.
Hey.
55. Hey, eat. Hey, tight. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle.
Hey, exit.
Let's get it.
Big grip.
Elway. And that's complete to Gates. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. This quarterback now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down.
Set. 18 Gator.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see
Get it.
On 2nd down, Elway. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Protein spill. Hey, Alpha.
Check right. Watching your grind. Get that quarterback D-line. Get that quarterback D-line.
Let's go.
Now Elway on 3rd and long. He'll let this go for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. That's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Mike 56. It's just me and you.
On 3rd down, Cunningham. He sets to fire, and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 46, and his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Recon, 132 fighter. Yo, go.
Hey, eat. Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys.
Five.
2nd and 10, Elway. Gates with a grab. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. Making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut as his guys continue to pour it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The first down carry here for Johnson. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a 10th carry for Johnson, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Check it back.
On first down, Johnson. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make cry all the way back home.
Cunningham to throw. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. This is caught at the 20. That one goes for 36 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
On the Seahawks 9-yard line.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They come up in an offset eye.
Watch twist.
Check 4.
Cunningham looking to throw. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the fourth quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. They were looking for Johnson that time. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Tighten up. Hurry.
A play fake. Now Cunningham. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
'54's Mike. Check.
Back to the air on second down. Cunningham. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
It's showtime, baby. We did it.
First and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Let's go one more. Mike 55. All right, T, let's try. All right, T. Mike 55. Check 55. Mike. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense.
Now it's Elway. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4.
Hey, Haywood. Mike 55. Right now.
From the shotgun, Elway. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Let's go.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
The 26-yard line.
22, Mike, 22. All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Now Cunningham. Open man is Cameron Batson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards that time and a Washington first.
And a Redskin first down.
Mike, 22.
They'll run on first down. Johnson. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Mike, 22. He's coming, 22. West. Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you.
Cunningham steps away to his left. He'll run it. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 43. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a first down throw. Cunningham flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Running from the gun, Johnson. Able to pick up a healthy chunk of yards, 7-yard gain, but a tough 3rd and 9 upcoming.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Go, 50, Mike, 50. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Here we go.
To throw on 3rd down, Cunningham. And he finds McLaurin. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 24-yard line. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Cunningham. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
On 3rd down, Cunningham. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
Down.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Kill, turn up.
Watch twist.
General West.
Twist. Check 52.
Deep grip.
They run it with Carson. That one, a first down pickup of 8. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Pilot, 64, weak.
All day, baby, all day.
Let go.
Elway wants to throw. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Forced to the ground and incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Watch one.
Ready?
Go.
Mike one.
Hey, come on out here. Come on.
X3, 218, chopper, get it.
Throwing again. Elway. He lets it fly for Lockett. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So the victory here for Seattle. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football
Yeah.
where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. And now I'm listening to you. So for the Seahawks, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Washington, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.